Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 27th of December 2021. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had a really nice Christmas. I had a great time. I'm staying at my mum's and we went to see a little Christmas concert with like a cello and a piano player and some violins. It was really nice. It was like such a traditional Christmas. They even had like a tree with actual candles on it. It was so nice. I put some pictures on Instagram if you want to see it. It's Gregory Scott 444. So let's see what is going on Monday. I'm going to use the Druidcraft Tarot deck for this reading. And let's see what the cards have to say about this day and what you'll be working with. So I'm just going to shuffle these a couple of times. By the way, you can see how big these cards are. Well, I think you can. Or actually, let me compare them to another deck. So that's this size, and that's a regular tarot deck. So if you buy this, make sure you get the regular size. I didn't look. That's why I've got these huge cards. And if you have tiny little hands, it's a bit of a challenge shuffling these. I mean, my hands aren't tiny, and I still... Anyway, so let's see what the cards have to say and what is going on. First card is the Eight of Cups. Okay, so you're looking at your future and what's important to you. Justice, cause and effect. Different action has different results. And finally, oh wow, the Queen of Swords, good decisions. So you really don't need to doubt yourself today. This is a message that doesn't speak about the people in your life or your job or the way you look or where you're going. This spread talks about what is important to you, the way your life looks now, and what you still want to achieve. So it's very introspective. And because you're clear on what's still missing, you're then able to translate that into practical action, the karma card, cause and effect, and you can trust that the decisions you're making now and the feelings that you're responding to are good and accurate, and it's safe and positive to act upon them because the outcome is likely to be very, very good. So the Eight of Cups, excuse me, Cups is the suit that has to do with your emotions and your sense of self and your connection to source, your feelings, everything that happens internally. So for instance, Cancer in astrology is a water sign that is concerned with the home and relationships in the home and love and nurturing others and taking care of them and providing emotional and spiritual mentorship. The Eight of Cups says that this man here is walking away. This is a representation of his life, and he's got a great life. Each cup represents a love or something that you can really feel connected to. So it could be a wonderful relationship with his partner, children, family, a sense of purpose when you're doing something work-wise, or allowing yourself to express feelings, creativity, meditation. So these are all things that make your life richer. But the water is still flowing, so he feels like, okay, my life is still continuing. And I have all of this yet, but I'm not satisfied and I need more. And it's not the grass is greener on the other side. It's about, this may be enough for other people. I'm not ungrateful. I'm just being honest about how I feel, and I feel like something's missing, and I feel like there can be more. So I can't just rest on my laurels. I have to keep going. It's not like I want to be irresponsible and run off. It's I genuinely feel that if I continue on, I will find what I'm looking for. And what's interesting is we have this new moon here at the back. A new moon in astrology is a moment where you plant seeds of intention. You take a time out and say, okay, the moon is kind of chilling here. It's recharging its batteries in order to get ready again for the next 28-day cycle. And it says, what am I going to focus on? It's a new beginning. So this is very much about what is missing in your life. What is it that you want that you don't have yet? And how can you go about getting that. The Justice card is a major arcana card that supports you in this venture because we've got a judge here and someone who's fair. You see the scales of Libra there. She looks at all sides of a problem or a question. She's not biased. She doesn't just say, I like this, so I'm going to pick it. She talks to other people. She's wise. She's educated. She makes amazing decisions. The sword here, like in the Suit of Swords, is about ideas, thinking, communication. She brings that down to separate the past from the future. And the owl is a symbol of wisdom. Spider, I always associate that with eternity. And it's this eternal ability to say, if I make certain choices in my life, I'm going to have certain outcomes. But it's not blind. What's great about this, with all the water and saying, I need to go because I have a feeling that something else is out there, it's almost like you have a premonition about what your future could be. And because of that clue, that insight that you're being given today, you're then able to take decisions which help you get there. It's interesting. I filmed the weekly horoscope earlier, and I was saying in that Sagittarius is a centaur, half horse, half man. He's got a bow and arrow, and he always shoots that arrow and it lands somewhere far away. And the whole point of the Sagittarius is to close the gap between the arrow, where it's landed, and where you are, and combining them. And that's what this allows you to do. It allows you to look at your future, to combine it with the decisions you're making in the present, so that you can actually get to this altered future. So cause and effect. If you make decisions, you'll get good outcomes. It's not like this just sinks or goes nowhere. The Justice card is always that you get in what you put out. It's fair. Finally, the Queen of Swords is in charge of the Suit of Swords, which has to do with ruling and justice and the law and intelligence and education and academia and abstract kind of thinking. And she's not overly emotional. She bases her judgments on merit. But what's interesting here is that she's dressed in purple, and that's kind of, again, the third eye, or maybe, the third eye chakra, I would say, although it's quite light, so it could even be the crown chakra. That's about, again, she's got her eyes closed, about seeing the future. And that's what I think the gift of this day is, that you're being almost pulled into your future and what could be. You get an intuitive hit about what that looks like. So it may be a mental image or a dream or just a feeling. And not only are you a seer, like you can look ahead a little bit, you can then make practical, realistic decisions based on that. So it's very similar here. The Justice card, sword, those decisions will have the intended outcome, but you're not hampered by, with the Queen of Swords being here as well, you're not hampered by any kind of sentimental or emotional ties which could make you stop dead in your tracks. So it could be that, for instance, I do want to be an architect, but my family needs me, and they're not going to have a good time if I go off and study now for 3 years. They also need me to support them, for example. So I'm not going to become an architect because I owe it to my family, right? That's one way of thinking. The Queen of Swords doesn't think that way. She says, I'm an intelligent person. Yes, I have a family, but I'm not using my intellect. So I absolutely need to study if I want to be happy. And then secondary is, and I will find a way to take care of the family, but I owe it to myself to go and study. And if they don't have a good time over the next 3 years, then that's too bad because I need to take care of myself. So some of you may think that sounds super selfish, and some of you may think that sounds right. Of course, I need to live my own life before I can help other people. Of course, I can't dismiss my own dreams for others. Everyone's different on that. Depends on where you are. But on this day, you're able to tap into the Queen of Swords. So if you don't usually have access to her, you do today. And you're able to say, I owe it to myself to make this good decision because it will improve my future. And then in turn, it will improve the future of those around me. So that confirms that I need to make this tough decision now. So please do trust your decision-making process. 8. Queen is 1. A chord card counts as 1. 1 and 11 is 12. 12 and 8 is 20. 20 reduces to 2 in numerology, and 2 is cooperation, communication, and relationships. So your inner world becomes so, it's so near to you, so accessible to you that it's like, boom, right here. So you can truly, truly see yourself. You have a great relationship, you can trust your decisions, and those decisions will improve the relationship you have with yourself in future, and then in turn with other people. So you really are your own best friend today. So trust. And if the decisions seem harsh and selfish, then ask yourself, well, is it time that I become a bit selfish? Or do I just kind of keep myself small and plod along, knowing that I could do much better? And on this day, the energy very much pushes you towards making good decisions for yourself and not for all the other vested, interested parties in your life. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal reading. So if you have any questions about your life purpose, your future, your relationships, finances, spiritual development, or anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.